Hey everyone, I wanted to say this video was supposed to come out on yesterday, which was supposed to be the 19th. This was all recorded on the 19th, but what happened was that the beta got extended for another day, and I wanted to do it at the end of the beta. So, let's just hop right into it. What's up everyone? Sneemantar here. Welcome back!
Yeah, why y'all put cheese on my cheeseburger?
To another video on the channel, and in today's video is my first ever Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War video I'm uploading on my channel. I am so excited for this game, and I got an opportunity to play the open beta this weekend. And as of the time of recording this, it actually got extended for one extra day, so it actually doesn't end on the 19th, which I was making this video to be like, hey, it's ending today, so that means then I can upload my full thoughts and opinions about it. So I decided to change it up a little bit in my mind. I just went like, I'll get to max rank, and I'll then just proceed from there, and I'll make my full thoughts and opinions about the game. And sure enough, I got to max rank. I am not expecting to get to max rank that quickly, especially in this beta, but they had double XP on the whole time. But anyways, I'm going to be doing my full thoughts and opinions about this is my full thoughts on the Black Ops Cold War beta. And I have a lot of things to say about it, and I have split it up into pros and negatives about this. There are a few negatives which are pretty big negatives, but I actually have more positives that overshadow the negatives, and I'll talk about it when we get there. So let's just hop right into it. So I'm going to start off with the pros and what I actually enjoyed about the game. I'm going to talk about maps and map design. That's my first one here, which I wrote down. I wrote down a whole bunch of things which I actually did enjoy. So maps and map design. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm only going to talk about the core maps here because there's not a lot of maps in this game that they brought out, because I know obviously they're saving that for the main game when that releases in November. But I really enjoyed a lot of the maps in here, and for like, let's say the core maps that we got were pretty good. And I'm not talking about the big team-based, pretty much ground war maps that we got. I'm talking solely on the basis of the ones that we actually did get, like in like TDM, domination, things like that. The ones that we got in that one were pretty good, except for one. We got Moscow, which was a pretty decent map. I actually did enjoy it. I think it's good. I thought I really wasn't going to enjoy it, but I think it's underrated for what it is. Then there was Cartel. I know a lot of people really liked Cartel. Myself included, I actually really liked it. I was not, like, my big problem with the map, though, however, is the bushes. I feel like there's a lot of bushes on the map. Yeah, it's for camping-wise, but I think the fan favorite, which I think everybody could probably agree with me on this one, it's Satellite. Dudes, Satellite is fucking amazing. And this was my personal favorite map from this beta. I think it was a lot of people's personal favorites. I think, honestly, this has potential to become another classic. Like, another classic Call of Duty multiplayer map. It's really good. Like, it has the open spaces for sniper rifles, and then these the mid-range and like the shortcuts for like SMGs, ARs, and shotguns. This is a great map, and I would highly recommend if you didn't get a chance to play the beta just yet, or if you're still planning on buying the full game, this is a map to definitely check out. So just overall, I really did enjoy the maps in this game, but I am also going to give out a shout out to that one map from, it was a big map. It was the ship map. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? It's the big ship map. I forgot what the name was, though. I like it, but again, I'm not the biggest fan of, like, huge maps, so I'm not really going to play it a lot, but, you know, I'd recommend it. It's actually pretty cool and creative. Now let's go into guns. Oh my god, the guns. Okay, there's a lot of guns which I enjoyed using in here, and some of the ones which I enjoyed using was the Crib? The Krig? Is it the Krig? It's an SMG. It's the 3-round burst SMG. That was my personal favorite SMG in the game, in the beta. Like, oh my god, that thing is so good. It's so good. Also, I'll just go over every single gun which I really did enjoy using. The AK-47 and the one that looks like the FAMAS in a way. I forgot what it was called, but it was the last assault rifle which was on there. I don't have the game up, so I really can't see what I'm talking about here, but those two were my personal favorite assault rifles from the beta. I gotta give a shout out to the XM4 though, dude. I think that's what it's called. But it's the Commando from Black Ops. Like, dudes, it looks so good. It feels great. Like, I don't think there's any bad guns in this game, honestly. And obviously for SMGs, I'm gonna have to give also another shout out to the MP5. That was pretty much everyone's go-to SMG in the game. It's very overpowered, and I'm honestly expecting a nerf for it, within the near future but when the game comes out, I'm expecting a fucking nerf, okay? That thing is way too strong. And also, speaking of kind of strong weapons as well, is the Mulatto. It's the Mulatto. This is the Uzi, and it's really powerful too. It's a slow-firing SMG, but it has a ton of damage. It's really freaking deadly. I wasn't really a fan of the tactical assault rifles. Really wasn't a fan of those. Wasn't a fan of the snipers. I didn't really snipe a lot. I'm not that big of a sniper anyways, so yeah. But LMGs, I gotta give a shout out. I gotta say Stoner. Stoner was my favorite LMG. Like, oh my god. I believe the Stoner was in the original Black Ops, if I'm not mistaken, but this gun is really damn good. Like, I was not expecting myself to really like the Stoner that much, but dude, it's so good. I love the gun. And for like secondaries, definitely the 1911 is a really good pistol. Also the Magnum as well. But I think the overall most overpowered secondary within the game, it's the Spaz 12 pretty much. Or the Gyayu, I don't fucking know the name of it, but it's the Spaz 12 from Black Ops. It's not the pump version from... Not the pump shotgun version from the Modern Warfare franchise or just from pretty much any fucking game made by Infinity Ward. This is the Black Ops version. This is the Black Ops 1 version from 10 years ago. It is a semi-automatic shotgun. This is basically the Brecci, and oh god, it is very fucking strong. This is an extremely strong gun. Overall, I think the guns were great. They look great. They sound great. And I hope we get in-specs for these guns. Please give us in-specs. Now I just want to move on because I have a lot to talk about here, but this is my next thing I wanted to talk about in my pros section is the creator class. I actually did like the creator class system in here, even though it's literally just for Modern Warfare. I feel like Modern Warfare's creator class was pretty good, but this basically takes the pick 10 system and it makes it way fucking better. The only pick 10s that you pretty much have in here are the attachments for your guns. You pretty much pick from 5 for your primary and 5 for your secondary, which is pretty cool. They brought back a lot of things from Modern Warfare, which I'm quite shocked on, but I'm not really shocked because Modern Warfare was a huge success, even though I wasn't a personal fan of the game. I know a lot of people were, especially for Warzone. I don't know. I feel like they did it better in this game. Also, the attachments for the guns show pros and negatives as well. For basically, the higher up you go in the levels of the guns, the better attachments you get, but they do have negatives towards the attachments. Basically, the earlier ones are like standard positive ones, which will only show positives. There's nothing in the game that shows just negatives, okay? They all have at least a positive or two to them, to every single attachment within the game. And might I say, a lot of the guns you can make in this game are fucking hilarious, I will say that. I actually really like the creator class system. I actually enjoyed it. And not only that, there's wildcards back, which they changed to make it so that you can put like a lot more attachments on your guns. You can hold more explosives, and you can add more perks. It's pretty good. Overall, I'm actually happy with the creator class system. Now let's move on to score streaks, dude. Oh my god, score streaks. A lot of them are pretty powerful. I'm definitely gonna say this. The War Machine is really fucking powerful. Like, oh my god, it is. Oh god. I got it a few times, and it's so fucking good. Like, it is so devastating. I don't know, man. It's too fucking good. Also, the attack chopper's really good. I could keep going on about these score streaks, but the biggest thing I want to talk about with the score streak section is the way you get them. It's no longer when you die, you completely restart again, okay, from scratch. If you're like one off, let's say the attack chopper, for example. If you're one off the attack chopper, and if you die from it, it basically resets your whole thing. That's no longer the case anymore. It is just on score in general, which I thought I wasn't really going to like it, but I actually kind of like it. It actually encourages more people to go on objectives, to get objective kills. Not only that, it also helps. It really does help overall, and I'm actually really surprised on how well this was actually worked on. But I wish we got just a little bit more score for kills. And like some objective game modes, I just think that would be a good idea. I'm happy with how the system worked out. I thought it was going to be crap, so yeah. And speaking of earning score in game modes, we're going into game mode changes because, dude, they changed 2 big game modes in here, which are fan favorites, which are Hardpoint, Domination, and I love these changes. So I'm gonna talk about Hardpoint first because my God, I love these changes. I love this change. Basically, what they changed was that instead of you just finding like randomly where's the next hardpoint, they show you where the next one is before it moves over, which that is amazing. I'm so happy they did that. Like, dudes, that's a great change, by the way. That is a great change. They should have done that a while ago, though. That's my problem. I wish they should have done that a while ago because it was a big problem in some other games. Like Black Ops 4, I would say, had the problem. Like, hey, where's the next objective on, like, a huge map? Because a lot of the maps in Black Ops 4 were really bad and also pretty damn big for 5v5. I don't know. I wish they added it earlier, but Domination, they also changed it to make it something that's no longer like a small little circle. They made it a huge, like, hardpoint section, pretty much. They made it 3 pretty much little hardpoints. Well, you don't have to stand in it, obviously, but, I mean, you have to stand in it, too, to get it, because it's Domination. I mean, it's a classic, but it's no longer a flag, which is really interesting, and you can actually have a lot of people go in there. You can have the full team in there instead of just huddling around a little flag, which is also a fantastic change. I really like the changes that they made to those 2 game modes. Now, this is a small one here. This is the HUD. I actually do enjoy the HUD in this game. I kind of dig it, and I hope they add more to the HUD, but I hope they keep it a little bit more compact. Just simple and easy, okay? Do not make it like Black Ops 4 did, because that was shit. Please, that was awful. One of the worst HUDs I've ever had in a video game. Finally, for the positives, which I've personally picked out myself, is the FOV slider on console. They actually made it balanced to where if you go over 100, you actually lose aim assist. So I would recommend staying down over like 100 or less, I would say, if you want to do the FOV slider. It really doesn't change a lot, because here's the thing, I played on the Xbox beta, so it didn't really change a lot for me. It just felt normal, honestly, but you know, it's fine. I'm actually happy that we actually have an FOV slider just in general for like everyone now, and I hope other games like this pretty much like have like they do the same thing. They add an FOV slider. That's what I hope. Now let's get into the negatives. Oh boy. Now there's only 4 negatives I have in here. The first one is Miami. Now, the map isn't the problem. I just feel like the map itself doesn't, like, here's the thing. They have the 12v12 game modes, which I talked about earlier. Why do they not have this one in here, but they have Cartel, which is a smaller map? Like, what? Dude, like, add Miami to it and get rid of Cartel. That's a 6v6 map. That is not a 12v12 map. It's really good for a 12v12 map, but it's not a 12v12 map, if you get what I'm saying. It just doesn't fit at all, but Miami definitely fits that cake, and it's because of how big the map is. The map is too big, and it's only available in the core game modes, besides the basically ground war game modes. It's not in there, which is really freaking strange in my opinion. Weapon balancing. Oh boy. Yeah, weapons are very overpowered in here. There are a lot of very strong guns, like for example, the MP5, which I did mention earlier in the positive section. It's really freaking strong, and I hope to God it gets nerfed. That needs to get nerfed, and I really do think, honestly, that the SPAS 12 needs to be nerfed as well. It is really freaking powerful. But you gotta keep this in mind, a lot of this is from the attachment side and not the guns itself. How you build your gun is pretty much how it's going to perform overall. If you put some really damn good attachments on it, it's going to be really damn good. Yeah, I think they should work a little bit on the attachments and maybe the guns, just in general. Inconsistent gunfights. Oh my God. So, this is a really bad problem. This is one of the biggest problems with the game, in my personal opinion. Like, with the beta itself, I've had a lot of gunfights where I get melted by an assault rifle at close range when I have a shotgun or an SMG. It is bullshit. And a lot of the gunfights, I shoot first, I aim first, and then I die first. It's just, and a lot of the times as well, some bullets don't even register at all. It's really bad. And not only, well, I haven't played Call of Duty in like a year, so there's that pretty much. I haven't played Call of Duty multiplayer in basically a year, so I really can't say a lot about it, but I'm not that terrible at the game, I can tell you that. I've had a lot of experience. I've been playing this game for 10 plus years, but this game has a lot of inconsistent, like, delays, things like that. It's really inconsistent, and speaking of which, the biggest problem with this game is, of course, skill-based matchmaking. What hasn't been said about skill-based matchmaking that hasn't already been said about it? It is god-awful in this game. Basically, if you do good in one game, you suck on the others. I have a gameplay which I actually have saved. What you're seeing right now, I am the only person on my team that goes positive, and I am the first one on my team. Everybody else on my team went negative. That is ass, and it's because of skill-based matchmaking putting you with a dog shit team. It is complete bullshit. The skill-based matchmaking overall should not be in core game modes. They should not be in core game modes in any game. It should only be in a ranked playlist, not in a core game. We don't want to sweat in a fucking... We don't want to sweat in core game modes in a game, especially in Call of Duty, where it's a very casual game. It's mostly for casuals. We don't want to sweat against people at like 5 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock, you know? 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, we eating our cereal, having a good time. We just want to hop on, play a few games of Call of Duty, and we're fucking sweating. Like, we don't want to do that. That's why a lot of people left games like Fortnite, for example. That's why a lot of people left games like Modern Warfare, for example, because skill-based matchmaking completely ruined the fucking game. With all that being said, I give this game a 7 out of 10. Now, the reason why I give it a 7 out of 10 is because the skill-based matchmaking and the inconsistent gunfights. Those two are really big problems which are plaguing the game. But other than that, I enjoyed myself overall, and I really do think that everybody should play it because I had a great time just overall in general, and I'm excited to play the game when it comes out. And I hope they improve on some more things in the near future. So I hopefully you all enjoyed this video about the Black Ops Cold War beta and how I thought about it. I would love to know what you guys thought about it in the comment section. So if you guys want to put your thoughts and opinions a bit down below, that'd be awesome for me to see. So if you do want to see more Cold War content when the game releases, obviously, subscribe to Snooty Minotaur to stay up for more content like this one. Also, don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any videos just like this one. And also, don't forget to drop a like in the video if you enjoyed the video. And I'm not going to do my Fortnite bit because it's not a Fortnite video. So, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everyone.
Shut your bitch ass. Someone come in there and shoot your